Hey, it's Dr. Fred with Elite Coaching. It says that on my shirt right here. Hey, you guys, you just don't have to say they just didn't get it, right? Don't we say that when a patient quits? I mean, we have a sole purpose, create lifetime patients with chiropractic, right? We just don't want them to use it as a tool for back pain. We want people to live that life. We want to change their whole health care. We want to change the way they live their life. We want to change the whole definition of chiropractic in the general public. So when this is our sole purpose, I mean, we're here in this life. Hey, chiropractic chose us, right? So we're chiropractors. We're here with this life-changing message for humanity. Yet when a patient quits, they walk out on day 2. They just didn't get it. Maybe they quit when they're out of pain. They just didn't get it. Maybe they go through one phase of care. They just didn't get it. Maybe they start lifetime, but then they quit a little bit down the road. And you're like, man, that hurts, right? We feel that pain and disappointment and frustration, and we justify with the statement, they just didn't get it. But what are we really thinking? I didn't know how. Like, I didn't know how to reach them. And then that's the part that hurts. Like, we can say they didn't get it, but really, we really know we just didn't know how to change that mindset. And then, of course, that leads to the question, why does one person get it and they go into lifetime care, they do everything, and another person doesn't? Why does one commit or this group commits and then these people don't commit? And that becomes the confusing question. I know I asked myself many times, but then I discovered the real battle. Here's the real battle. The real battle isn't medicine. The real battle isn't drug companies. The real battle isn't insurance companies that limit care. And the real battle isn't even other chiropractors that just do pain care. The real battle is the easy way out mindset. See, all the short-term conditioning, especially in this country, that they've been conditioned, pain relief, over and over and over. And they come in with this mindset that chiropractic is about pain relief. Part of that is our fault, right? Because what do a lot of people do in the profession? They say, Mrs. Jones, how is your back pain affecting your life? Because they know, hey, people buy with emotion and justify with fact. But what you're actually doing after 20 years of studying human behavior, because I asked myself way too many times, why does one person commit and another one doesn't? I got tired of feeling I don't know how and justifying with why didn't they get it? So I started studying human behavior in 20 years. Well, I've learned a lot of things, but one of them is once you wire them for pain, it gets neuroplastically wired. We're creating these pain patients, yet our purpose says lifetime. Because the real battle is the mindset. So the minute they come in with that mindset automatically, and then we ask them about pain and how it affects their life, we're actually reinforcing an already existing pattern. But then we want them to get in lifetime care, and we're trying to go through all this stuff through information and education, patient education, and try and rewire them. And people just don't work that way. There's nothing in human behavior that says people work that way. Now, can you achieve it with some people? Yeah, no question. But is your goal, I have 3 questions. Is your goal to create 8 out of 10 patients into lifetime care, create lifetime patients, lifetime leaders? And if you could create 8 out of 10 of those new patients to walk into lifetime care, would you feel like you're fulfilling your purpose on a whole nother level? And then the next question is, are you building a lifetime culture? So in this world today, a culture is the primary business strategy. I mean, you guys know this. Corporations build culture. Look at Apple. All these companies build cultures. What's a culture? A culture is an organization or a group of people that have a common purpose and common beliefs that lead to specific behaviors. So they have beliefs that inspire behaviors. Doesn't that sound like chiropractic? We have beliefs in the principle that inspire a lifestyle, inspire regular chiropractic lifetime adjustments. We've already had a culture, but we've created a business using our product or service that people use as a tool because we're associating with pain. When you have common beliefs, people live what they believe. So when we have a common belief in a culture, we create a strong, unified, growing culture that grows on its own. That's what corporations are doing today, right? They have a purpose and belief systems, that that bring the best out in people. So my question is, are you building a practice or are you building a culture? One of the main reasons most people get stuck in practice or they're the same level for years, or maybe they go up and then back down and up and they have this average that's been the same, is because they have a fractured culture from the inside out. Why? Because there's different belief systems and there's different mindsets. You have patients that come in and they quit when they're out of pain. You may have lifetime patients, but maybe they come every week, but they change days, or maybe they come and they don't feel bad, doc, once a month, God, and they walk in, doc, my back hurts and all this. Maybe you have some people that go through a phase of care and then they quit, so we have all these different mindsets in the culture with different belief systems, and that fractures the culture. That's why practices don't grow, because there's not strength of the interpersonal relationships with the same mindset and the same belief systems. When you have the same belief systems, your culture is strong all the way across. Now, here's the deal. If your culture, let's say you have different mindsets, some pain patients, some lifetime, some corrective care, some quit, and let's say that culture is at 80%, but you create a totally committed person, man, I love this, I'm changing the way I live my life, man, they're at 98%, they're going to step into an 80% culture, they're going to drop down to 80%, which means, hey, they may go through corrective care, but they're probably going to quit. Okay? Now, if you have a lower person, then lower than 80%, they're not even going to get, maybe they'll get up to 80%, but eventually they're going to quit. Now, when you can create 8 out of 10 new patients into lifetime care, and I know we do this all the time. We teach our boot camps. I see this consistently. It's all throughout Elite. We have lifetime cultures, 8 out of 10 or more going into lifetime care. It's like a funnel, because humans act and react in a very specific way, and we've put these human behavior systems into our patient management program. So here's what happens. When you have a 98% culture, even if you have an 80% person, they're going to rise up to 98 by the human behavior principle of social proof. What's that mean? The individual will act according to the group. So if you have a lower group and a powered individual, they're going to drop in their power and they're going to quit. But if you have a high powered group, even if you have a lower individual, even if they just start care and they step into that culture, the probability they're going to go in lifetime care is so much higher. My question is, are you building a lifetime culture where you have a 98% culture and people moving in? Now, if you have 80% or more, we do have people that are over 90% patients moving into lifetime care. If you have 80% or more, right, that means your culture is full of those 80%ers. The 20%ers, you may not take those, right? Or we let them pass, but the culture is so solid that it actually moves up to the 98%. Okay? Now, if you create a 98% person and you put them in a 98% culture, boom, you have a solid, man, the probability of lifetime care, the probability they're going to influence everybody. So here it is. Are you building a practice with different mindsets, or are you building a culture? Because a lifetime culture fulfills your purpose. It gives you freedom. It gives you autonomy. Other people can run it. It runs on systems. You know how to create belief systems, and you raise the tone. Now you have a bigger impact, and that culture can extend out into the community and now change the community. Hey, if you want to learn how to build a lifetime culture, look up the boot camps, go to leadcoachingllc.com, or you know what, just call me and I'll give you some tips. I'm more than willing to answer questions just to help you. So you can call, you can read, follow these emails and these videos, look up the boot camps, because we actually guarantee that your lifetime patients will go up minimum 30 to 50% in 90 days after you go through this system and you learn. Human behavior is so predictable. So I don't know what you need. My question is, are you building a practice, or are you building a lifetime culture? Are you creating a patient, or are you creating a lifetime leader? Let's put great leaders into leading lifetime cultures, and let's change the impression of the general public about chiropractic toward a lifestyle and a healthcare system that they want to live, teach, and spread around the world. Okay, you guys, thanks for listening.